Hey, you guys, what's up? It is Freedom Friday. Wait, first let's just say, yay, it's Friday, right? It is Friday. So I know where that saying Friday comes from because, yay, it's Friday. So I said, okay, I'm going to do my Freedom Fridays first thing in the morning when I'm like still fresh and kind of wired. Because if I wait till like the day has passed, it's going to be a different Freedom Friday by the end of the day. I promise y'all that. So I wanted to talk to y'all this week about the art of saying no. Simple two-letter word, N-O, no. But some people really struggle to say no. And you have to know that it is okay to say no. You can't say yes to everything and it's okay. So I have a friend, right? This is how this came about. I have a friend, week before last. Her and her husband, they had just closed on the house. And it was a Wednesday, okay? It was a Wednesday and the movers were coming Friday. And you know, if you don't have your stuff packed when the movers get there, they don't care. They like, oh, okay, well, what's ready to go? Because you got this much time, boom, we out, okay? And whatever is not packed, you're going to have to pack yourself later and then make a way to get it over to the new house. So that's not even what this is about. But this is what her story is, right? So that Wednesday, one of her friends texted her. Now, her friend was in the hospital, right? And believe me, I'm not making light of her being in the hospital. However, she was in the hospital, not in a detrimental situation, just like in the hospital, and she about to get better and go home, and she gonna be good, right? So she texted her and was like, hey, can you bring me something to eat? And so she didn't even want just like, oh, can you run by somewhere and pick me up something? She wanted her to go to like this Japanese steakhouse, right? Pick her up some food, take it to the hospital, leave it with security. First of all, she lives like 40 minutes from the restaurant, okay? And then you have to think about, you have to drive from the restaurant to the hospital, which is probably maybe 12 to 15 minutes, okay? So I get off work because she get off work at like 5-ish, right? So you want me to get off work at 5-ish, drive 40 minutes to pick this food up, drive another 10, 15 minutes to the hospital, park, walk from the parking deck to the hospital, drop this food off at the security desk, right? Go back to my car, get in it, and drive back home. Okay, that's like 2 hours on an evening when I really need that 2 hours to be packing because the movers are coming in like a day and a half. So I was like, well, did you just tell her no? And she was like, no. Oh, girl, let me talk to you about how to say no. Because they have been friends for a really long time. It's like one of her ride or dies. So she said she was going to feel bad if she told her no. And my thing is, especially if she one of your ride or dies, she should be able to take you saying no. Your ride or dies should be like, oh, okay, I understand, girl. Don't worry about it. I know y'all trying to move. Matter of fact, your ride or dies, they're not even going to ask you to do that knowing you're trying to move. So anyway, I'm just like, if your friendship is that fragile, that because I tell you no, our friendship is on shaky ground, we can't be friends. I'm sorry. We are not really friends if my no is going to affect our friendship that drastically. So I just want to help people understand that it is okay to say no. You don't have to feel guilty about saying no, because at the end of the day, as everyone says, at the end of the day, you have to have something left for you. And if you're constantly giving and giving and giving and giving, then you have just that. You have nothing left. You have nothing left for yourself, for your family, for the things that you actually need to be attending to. Now, I'm not saying you need to say no all the time, because sometimes you will need to say yes. You know, I had to learn the art of saying yes, because I'll be like, no, in a minute. Oh, you don't? No, I don't. Why? Because I don't want to. So I'm not going to. And you can't always be like that either. So you have to find that perfect balance. And I'm not saying that you want to be no in situations, even like if you have to care for a sick parent or something like that, because that is going to drain you. There are certain things that we do that we really do have to say yes to, that we really can't say no, that will be mentally, emotionally, and physically draining. But I'm talking about the things that are draining you physically, mentally, and emotionally that you actually don't even have to do, because it is taken away from your life, your time, your family, your self-preservation. self-preservation, and not self-preservation in like a selfish way, but in I have to be able to have my own sanity and peace of mind and well-being and take care of myself so that I can function every day in this world in the spaces that I need to function in, right? So that's really all I want to say. If you are out there and you do not know how to say no, let me help you. No. And it's okay. It's okay to say no. All right, you guys, have a wonderful Friday. Have a wonderful weekend. And I will see y'all next week. Freedom Friday.